morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
All right, attention Swifties.
Oh, man. Taylor Swift is coming back to the United States. Unfortunately, she is not making another Houston stop. But don't worry, because KRVE is giving you a chance to get to Taylor, not in one city, but 3 different cities. So here's what we're going to do starting Monday, April 1st, which is basically around the corner, guys.
Well, April Fool's Day, so it's the real deal, though.
It's not a prank.
This is not a prank, okay?
It is a real contest on April 1st that we are kicking off, which is just in a matter of days. We are going to reveal a national keyword, and every weekday at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m., you have a chance to win a trip, one of 3 trips, to see the Eras Tour when it returns to the USA. We're going to get you airfare, hotel, and $500 worth of spending cash to buy your perfect outfit. And, of course, you get tickets to the hottest tour on the planet. So that starts on April Fool's Day, but it is not a joke.
Nope.
It is not a joke. 8, 11, 2, and 5 are your chances to win your chance to go to the Taylor Eras Tour.
Spam calls, he answers them all.
Scammy scam.
May I beg your pardon? What do you mean by scammy scam?
It's Special K's Telemarketer Turnaround
So you have a beautiful voice.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Everybody told me that.
on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE.
I love it. Most of us can't stand when we get those spam calls. You live for it, Kevin. What's
We
this
have
all
seen
about?
Kevin run in a panic to get to his phone so we can get in a quiet place when we're on the air to record the call of the telemarketer calling him. It's pretty awesome.
This particular call came in this past Saturday morning. I had just woken up, and y'all, I had the most grovelly voice ever. So, of course, I'm going to get a Richard hat because he sounds gravelly. He's a little crusty. These folks want to sell me on final expenses, as in funeral expenses.
Why do they think you get a lot of calls for people that are in their senior years? Why do people always mistake you for like an old person?
I think because I do pick up the phone as an old person.
Yeah.
I mean, either Eloise Pennybaker.
So then you get on their
And
list.
it's like jackpot for them. They're like, yes.
We found a gullible one.
That's right. Let's try and take advantage of our elderly is what they're thinking.
Jerks.
We have done a lot of different ideas with these telemarketer turnarounds, maybe repeating the same word over and over again. Today, I'm just going to take them on a little trip here in terms of what I want out of my burial or cremation here on the Roula and Ryan Show. It's called a telemarketer
Yeah,
anyway.
telemarketer turnaround here on 104.1 KRBE.
This is what happened when I hit record.
Program designed to cover 100% of funeral and burial expenses. So you are 65 years young, right?
Yes,
All right. So we are providing you some quotes and rates for a final expense. So you are 65. Do you have any kind of major or minor health condition like cancer, COPD?
well, I have keloid acidosis. I took a tumble going on out to mow the lawn. I was trying to run down some gophers in the backyard because, you know, they've been eating the tomatoes and everything. I love tomatoes. Do you like tomatoes?
I like what? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you a decision maker, like you make all of your financial decisions, right?
Yes, I've decided to do my financials.
Okay, that's good. So basically, we are providing you information on 3 different coverage plans today. So you want to take out the information for cremation or for regular burial?
What are you going to do to me?
Like, do you believe in burial or you believe in cremation?
Oh, I don't want to die.
Of course, they already have a die one day, so you have to prepare yourself earlier, right?
I loved Legos, and maybe we could do a coffin built of Legos, and the kids could build it. You know, sit around me as I lie and repose, and the children could all sit around and, you know, build a Lego coffin around me. That way, you don't got to burn me up, you know, eternal hellfire.
How come you can bury, like, how come is that possible in Legos, though?
It's the Legos. They'll last forever. You know, it's plastic, sir. It'll last forever. And if you ever want to come down and see me again, hey, you could always take apart the Legos or add to it. You can make yourself a big old spaceship or something like that. And, you know, when the aliens come back, they'll see I'm unique.
Really? I play with the Legos when I'm like 8 or 10 years old, and you are saying like you want to be during the Lego fair or something like that?
Sir, just the children, all the little kiddies could gather around and build up a whole Lego coffin around me. And they could do it all multicolors and reds and yellows and some real festive, you know.
Okay, so you want to leave money for your loved ones, like, so of course they will be covering your burial expenses, right?
Legos are very expensive, sir, so maybe we could get some from the second-hand store or something like that. I don't care. By that time, I'll be dead.
All right, sir. No problem. Don't want to waste your time. Thanks a lot for your time. You had a great and wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Sweet baby Jesus. Wait, where are you going?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir. I thought we were having a conversation about something. All of a sudden, you're running off.
Yeah, I'm just going to home, you know.
Sir, did I say something that upset you?
Sure.
I did? What did I say? You don't like Legos?
I like Legos. I used to play with that.
I also used to play with the Legos as a kid. Would you be mad if I was playing with you today?
Sure, you can play with me.
No, sir, I'm not sure what you mean by play with you. I'm not into that kind of stuff, but I know a gentleman who is Ryan. He's a pecker checker, and he's the one in our family who likes to keep out other fellers' dangus.
No problem. Thanks a lot for your time. It's been a pleasure talking with you. Thank you for being on the call.
Thank you so much, sir. I love you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
I love you. He could give him the Lego thing,
How
could
do
he?
you come up with that? You're just waking up and you come up with the idea of a coffin made out of
That
Legos.
children can build around you and keep building upon. So when the
Eventually
aliens
they can build a
come,
spaceship.
when the aliens come back,
While I lay in repose.
oh my gosh.
Legos are more expensive than a coffin.
It's very expensive.
You want to build one that big? They sure are.
I don't even know what to do with them. Now my
Wow.
daughter's all grown up. I've got a whole room full of completed
'em.
Lego projects.
Oh,
Sell 'em.
Ryan, you're getting married now. All your stuff's going to go to the
Yeah.
wayside. You're not going to keep any of that. Be like, we're going to clean out this whole Lego room and let's put
That or
a
maybe
spa
we'll-
chair in here or
Maybe have a
something.
baby.
Yeah, give him to his next baby.
Oh,
There you go.
Lord, I don't think I could handle another child at this point in my life.
Yeah, I don't think you would want that.
Break a hip big enough to pick him up.
No, I just don't think.
Although
mentioned
your
that.
your girlfriend's pretty young. Maybe y'all could sit down and do some Legos together.
She's not that young.
Make a
that
Lego
young, my God.
tuxedo. Build a Lego tuxedo.
Lego
Okay,
tuxedo.
so here's what you can do if you'd like to prank somebody in your circle. Go to krbe.com/prank call request and get with Special K. That was a call that came to Kevin on a Saturday morning where the dad throat clearing was epic. Because it just kept clearing the throat.
Thanks for the pecker
Clearing
checker
the throat.
reference, you jerk.
Yeah. And these guys, that's what they're going to get. They're trying to get people to, who knows what the scam is. You just turned it right around on them. They couldn't get their sale
Did I
done or their
upset you?
financial information they were seeking from you, old Richard Hunt. Okay, coming up next, the Tournament of Awesome.
Yeah, we're bringing it back. It's been
Speaking
years.
of Legos, the Lego movie was it? Everything is awesome.
Oh, yeah. How about
I think
that?
yesterday I gave you an
Everything is cool.
example. I said, what's more awesome, the iPhone or a car?
Well, there's a list of a lot of things that we're going to put up against each other
Yeah, let's
in
put
the
them up against each
Tournament
other.
of
Well,
Awesome. And we're talking about basic, everyday things that now you would not know how to live without or you don't want to live without it. So which one reigns supreme? Which one is the most
to
awesome of the
choose.
awesome?
Even sleep could be awesome. Sleep when it's raining out. That's pretty awesome.
Versus what?
Versus how
When it's all
about-
sunny and it's all like
how about
waking you
that?
up.
Versus a nice hug from somebody.
No, I'm taking
Well,
sleep
from
over
somebody.
Well, I mean, it could be
you gotta
your-
make it from like your
It could be your
loved
child.
one.
It could be your
Yeah.
mate. We'll say a loved one. Would you rather have a loved one hug or a nice, good 5-hour nap?
How about a
5-hour nap.
How about napping while I'm in a hug?
And when you get to 5 hours, it's no longer a nap. That's overnight.
Okay, Tournament of Awesome is next on the Roula and Ryan Show. In the Tournament of Awesome, well, anything that's awesome in your eyes, like we made a point off the air conditioning. How awesome is that?
Especially in Houston.
Yes.
It's a
Air conditioning
necessity.
in Houston. I would
Needed.
have to pick that over all
So
other things.
People can text. You can text us if maybe you want to put two items or two things that you think are awesome against each other, and we can all agree,
That's
disagree.
where I got air fryer versus Alexa from at 37530.
Oh, air fryer for sure is way
You
better.
mentioned
Yeah.
before we played the song
Food.
that nothing would beat the internet. I'm going to say romance? Romance or the internet? Romantic time.
But there's a lot of people
use
out
the
there.
internet to find romance.
Yeah, but
So the internet's more important.
You have to have one or the other. So you've lost
For
romance.
awesomeness.
You've lost romance for the rest of your life, or you lose the internet for the rest of your life. What are you going to choose?
You can't work without the
I'd
internet.
choose internet.
Can't make money without the internet.
Yeah, the life.
Can't do your job
I'm
with the
choosing
internet.
love.
I mean,
Yeah.
love's awesome.
Love's great until the person you love is like, "Can you get a job already?" Oh, I can't use the internet. Okay.
How many people are out there that are single
People
right
got
now?
jobs
There's
before the
people that are
internet.
single out there right now that just they're happy being single. They don't want to find anybody. They like their life. They
So
like
you're
the
saying
streaming.
you would choose
You can't
the internet,
stream,
the
you can't-
internet over love.
Well, you said romance, and that's
Yeah, you're
different
talking about
because I
romance.
can love my sibling, I can love my friend, but romantic love is different than general love.
You can buy yourself flowers.
Exactly. Oh my God!
buy myself flowers.
Okay, so what do we want to
I
start
have one
with
for
first?
Sam. I want to do one real
Okay.
quick.
Okay.
Sam, these two awesome things. Which
Yeah.
would you have to pick? You have to pick one:
Okay.
beer or designer purses.
Ooh.
That'd be no.
Because I know you like both.
Right. Beer, because I feel like you can consume that every single day. Designer purses. I don't need one every single day.
Well, I mean, it could be the same purse. It's not like you get a new one, but it's that awesome.
And it sits
that,
on
the one, that
shelf
dream purse
staring
you
at
want.
while you drink your beer.
Yeah, like if you
Say
could have
right.
if you could have like a Birkin bag, those $25,000
Oh, I know
purses.
what a Birkin is.
She's like, don't.
If anybody
you have to mansplain to me,
has
Ryan.
one that they don't want anymore,
No, I'm just saying
drop
for
it off
people,
at KRBE. I'm
for
up
people
here.
listening
And then
that
Audrey
may
Rose will
not
be
know what
carrying
one
it
of those is.
I will steal it from
no,
her.
I didn't know
here.
what those were until
So you
last
want-
year.
You want beer?
I think I would take beer because, one, it's good for the soul. Two,
Beer is good
it
for the
makes,
soul.
makes me
Beer is
happy.
good for the
There's
soul.
hops in it, which is like a vegetable.
Is that
And-
right? Oh my God!
It's a green.
It seems healthy, right? With some wheat.
Wow. this
People
is-
go on liquid diets. Like, I can't eat a purse and stay alive.
So you're choosing
But
beer
you could
over
just drink
designer
beer and
purse.
not eat food and stay alive.
Absolutely. There's carbs in it.
Hey, it's her
Training.
opinion.
They do
give it to you
She's
in
allowed to
marathons.
make that
Yeah.
decision.
But it's just
Awesomeness, I think I would choose beer
Yeah.
over a designer purse, which is hard to say. If my husband's listening, I still want the purse.
Yeah, he's just give you a six pack. Here you go, honey. Here's some
Said you wanted the
IPAs.
six-pack.
Happy
All right.
birthday. I was going to get to the designer purse, but here's a six-pack.
How about beer over puppies? Oh, beer over puppies.
See, I'm taking this very literal because it's like, do I keep all the puppies? Because then they're not going to stay puppies. At least beer will be beer.
Or
How about
dogs.
beer
I mean, they grow
versus
into
your dog,
dogs.
Misty?
Which is more awesome to you?
Oh, Misty. I
Yeah.
love her.
You could give up. You could give up beer.
I would give up if
You
someone
couldn't
was
give
like,
up your dog.
yeah, if someone was like, I'm going to steal your dog, or you have to give up beer, I would give up beer so that I could keep Misty.
What about your baby versus your dog?
You're such a brat. We talked about this off
Oh
air.
my God!
Because we all know what the sane answer is.
Yeah.
We
The
don't
sane
know what
answer
Sam's
is-
answer is.
Does people want to hear my answer that we said off air? I was like, well, technically, I've known Misty longer. You know,
Oh my God!
I'm just
Face
kidding.
palm.
I'm just kidding. Obviously,
this
my
one
kid's cool.
For Kevin.
All right,
Someone just
Kevin.
text this one.
Oh,
Coffee or alcohol?
Oh,
I'd probably go with the booze.
you're.
Because you love your
I
coffee.
do love coffee, and I like to put booze in coffee.
Yeah.
But think about it. What has given you better times
which one's
throughout
more awesome?
life?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've had more fun around the booze than I
Yeah,
have.
we're not dancing in a club with hot coffees in our hands.
we did that.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm dodging
Hang
the
on a
birds.
second. I'm finishing this cup of Joe.
But y'all, let me tell Houston, there's a delicious coffee drink. It's a carajillo, but take it to the next level. Put Tuaca in it instead of 43. And it has
What?
Tuaca.
I thought you said
Tuaca. Versus liquor 43.
Yeah, because it's twice as potent and it has the same kind of flavor.
That sounds awesome.
Yes, awesomeness.
How about barbecues? Because those are fun to go to and hang out with.
Like
Going-
the event
going
of a
to a
barbecue.
barbecue.
Or swimming pools.
Swimming pool.
oh, swimming pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on my age, though. If I was a kid, I'd pick swimming pool all day.
Yeah, I
I'm
use
not
my
a
pool
kid,
every day in the summer.
I think a barbecue party is fun.
If
As
you're
long
with
as
a group
there's
of
air
people
conditioning inside the
I mean,
house.
you feel bloated that day, you don't feel good, you don't want to be in the pool.
Yeah, but I
So
love
you
a
hate
good
to go back.
tan, so I'd want to be in the pool.
Pool's awesome.
How often do you feel
Giving
bloated?
you
I
want to
don't
take
know.
your clothes off.
Some people don't.
don't want
Some
to
people
take
don't feel
their clothes
skinny.
off.
Some people are dreading the date during the summertime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They don't
Well,
want to.
You're just
pressure.
asking us in the studio. They're like, what is our personal
Which one's more
preference?
awesome?
A
I say
barbecue
pool,
party or a pool party?
Pool.
but it's Texas.
Usually a pool party involves
I've
barbecue.
had way more fun.
I've never
You
been
can
to a
double
pool
dip.
party
Yeah,
where there
double
wasn't
dip.
a grill going. I've
Yeah.
never been to a pool party where there wasn't some sort of food and it involved a grill. So I'm going to call a draw on that one. They're both awesome.
All right.
Mm.
Let's
For me,
see.
anyway. I don't know. You guys picked pool party?
Pool.
Okay.
Pool.
Yep.
All right.
How about baseball or football? Which is more awesome to you guys?
To me, I grew up playing baseball. Little League was my world. I played it for like 10 years. So I got to go with baseball. Now,
it's because the Astros are really good right now. The last 7-8 years, that's what makes it awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Most say they sucked when they were
the last.
Even when the Texans sucked, it's still football.
I think there's a big
It's
difference,
awesome.
though, watching it in person. Personally, I don't like going to football games because I just want to watch the Megatron because it's like the field's
Jumbotron.
The Jumbotron.
Megatron,
Sorry.
that's a
Transformer.
Yeah.
I thought that sounded weird when it came
Optimus
out.
Prime.
Prime.
The screen, like I always just watch the screen. It's hard to see the little players on the field.
So-
At least with baseball, I feel like any seat that you're in, you can really watch it and enjoy
But it's
the
hard to see
atmosphere.
you can't see the pitch.
It's
You
not
can't see
fast paced though. Baseball is a long game,
Super long.
that can drive you crazy because just when you think you've won, you're down to your last strike and the guy can't get it, and then 3 guys get on base, and then you're losing by a run.
Yeah, but football can be drawn out too.
No, because football.
I think when they break it down
there's
to
a
the
down,
It's
actual
not a down. It's a
play.
down or it's not a down. It's 4th and goal. You're going to punt. I mean, it moves faster. I'm going to go baseball only because I've been baseball for the last 10 years.
I say whichever, when your team's winning, that's what makes it awesome.
So you're saying bandwagon.
But football, you don't have football for sure because even
Football
when
for
the team
you.
sucks, it's,
You're going to pick football over
football.
baseball?
But football can eventually kill you. Baseball probably
I'm not
not.
going to play it.
Kevin watched the movie Concussion.
I did watch it.
Yeah, but you can get hit with a ball. Baseball.
Yeah,
That little girl got hit with a ball.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, let's go with this one. Grand Canyon versus Disney, somebody said on text.
Oh, not even close.
Which one's more awesome?
Grand Canyon is pretty awesome.
The Grand Canyon is a natural wonder.
But Disney is.
One was
Disney's
made
pretty
by a
awesome.
corporation, the other one, God.
That's a corporation.
But
God's out there, right? So I'm Disney for sure, man. Over Grand Canyon.
I think it depends
How
what
bored
your
is Grand Canyon? You go there and just look and go.
depends what your age
it's just
is.
awesome that it exists. When you're there, you're in awe of the Grand Canyon. You just cannot believe this actually exists, and it's not that actually far from here.
And
We
you
all go
can
there
do
pretty quickly.
whitewater rafting, helicopter tours, hiking all down through the different mountains and
Like
stuff.
at this point in my life, I'm picking the Grand Canyon. My kid's
Probably.
grown up.
No way.
You know what?
I'd rather go to the Grand Canyon than Disney World.
Why do you ever say that Disney's just for 10-year-olds? Disney's for every age.
I know
Yeah,
it
it
is,
really
but
is.
I'm just saying.
Especially you got memories if you grew up.
I don't know, Eric. I ain't trying to go to Disney and dance around with stupid characters and
Why not?
rides.
Can you get some joy in your life, Kevin? Can you put some joy in your soul?
Shamed.
Disney
Can
ain't
you
giving me
stop
joy.
hating all
You're
things
kind of like a Disney
related?
character right now, Scrooge McDuck.
I don't know. That one
My money
also
bin.
kind of a
Yeah,
drop.
he's a little cheap over here.
Because I'm gonna take my monetary mind out of Disney and just take it for what it is. I think they're both pretty awesome because the concept of what Disney does for your emotions, especially when you're there with family, whether they're small kids or big kids. You know, to Eric's point, for those that are just tuning in, we're talking about
My wife
Disney
loves
being
that game.
awesome
or that
because
ride.
you can make lifetime memories with your family there.
Yep.
And at least one of them will be good.
The Grand Canyon. You could offer me $1,000 right now to go to that, and I would say no. I'd rather spend my own money
Really?
to go to Disney and be
Whoa.
broke.
No, I think the Grand Canyon is pretty amazing. Have you been to the Grand Canyon?
I don't give a
When
crap
you go, it's
about it.
pretty unbelievable.
I mean, what do you do, though?
Yeah.
I just told you.
I did a helicopter tour,
breathtaking.
which sidebar I'll never do again.
Well, that
I only
sounds
did it 'cause I
dangerous.
was-
My dad always warned me
I know.
about not taking
I
those
only did it
helicopter rides.
we made a bet. Me and my girlfriends were there for a bachelor party, and my one girlfriend said, "Okay, if I win a lot of money, I'm going to pay for us to do a helicopter tour in the Grand Canyon." We're thinking, well, that's not going to happen. We're probably not going to win any money. Then the other girl said, "I'm going to buy everybody something small, like a little wallet or something designer." And we're like, "Okay." And I said, "If I win, I'm going to take us out to the most expensive dinner we've ever had." So that was our thing. So our friend Kara won the most money, and we all went on that helicopter tour. And when the blade started going, they malfunctioned, and we had to get off that
hell no.
helicopter and go on another one.
I'll tell you what. Right now, Google helicopter
We don't need
crashes
to.
Grand
We got it.
Canyon.
Take it at face
You'll
value.
never want to ride
Even Kobe
in a
Bryant
helicopter.
died that way in a helicopter. I get it. Helicopters are not the safest thing, but we did it, and I'll never do it again because even as a single girl who had zero responsibilities, like nobody would care if I died at the time. I mean, I know I had a family, but I didn't have a children that would be crying. I didn't have a husband that'd be crying. I was still scared to be on the helicopter. So imagine now how much more stepped up
All right.
it is.
You have time
right?
for one more?
Oh, somebody had some for each of us. Where's Twan did it? Where's that?
Go, Twan.
Let me find it here.
Just click on his name.
Yeah, let me find him here.
For Ahmad, jambalaya or gumbo?
There we go.
Gumbo all the way. I've never been a jambalaya guy.
Really?
Okay,
Gumbo
Eric.
all the way.
Bourbon or wrestling? Which is more awesome? We're doing Tournament of Awesome
They're
here on
both
the
pretty
Roula
awesome.
Show.
WrestleMania is coming up next weekend. I'm so excited.
You got to give up one forever.
I'll keep the bourbon.
Okay.
Okay, Ryan, single or engaged? Such a funny question. This is all Twan. Twan is one of our super diehard Roula and Ryan Show listeners.
Well, I was kind
Which
of
is bad.
miserable when I was single, so I'm quite happy engaged. So
How
I'm
about
thinking
engaged or your toupee?
I do not wear a toupee, you jerk. Now, if you said going bald or what?
Oh, yeah. Going bald or never finding love.
I'd rather be bald. I'd
With
rather
no
go
love.
bald. No, I mean, I don't want to be.
You're going to be bald?
I would rather be bald and in love than have a great head of hair and be alone.
That's good.
Kevin,
Good.
aliens or DJing?
What is like? What's more awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess aliens because they invented that.
Oh my
They
God.
invented DJing.
DJ Alien?
We already did Sam. We already did Sam versus Misty versus Santi. We already did that for you, Sam.
Yes.
And Twan's for me was Greek festivals or Christmas.
Oh.
That's a
'Cause that is
toughie.
my Christmas. I'm going to go Christmas because Christmas is everywhere, and I like Greek festivals, but I can celebrate on my own.
How about Greek
Woohoo,
festivals
yassu,
versus Greek Easter?
Oh,
you
I
guys
take Easter.
Do a big Easter.
I take Easter.
Because Easter is this week for... not
Catholic
for-
Easter is this weekend.
Yeah.
But Greek Orthodox Christians
Not till
or
what,
Orthodox
May or
Christians who
something?
are Russians, Croatians, Romanians, anybody who's an Orthodox Christian, our calendar is not lining up this year, and my Easter is not till Cinco de Mayo, May 5th.
What?
Yes.
Easter in May?
The Greeks
Yes.
fall asleep, and they just they're not getting on the calendar and getting things done. A lot of them don't
When
work
the Great
over there.
Schism of 1412 happened, Kevin.
Wait a second.
And
I'm
the
eating
Catholic
tacos.
Church
It's going to be
split.
like this.
Or whatever the year was.
Hey, it's Easter.
It is. It's May 5th this year on the calendar, and that's just how
That's so late.
the chips landed. It does happen like that
The
once
nacho
every, I think, like
chips.
8 years or something.
Yeah, we
7
should be able
years.
to get a lamb easy. Because everybody will
Colorado
be
spring
eating
lambs.
tacos.
She could have a lamb taco.
Oh, lamb
I
tacos.
could. Let's make some lamb tacos.
I
Try
don't know
Tuesday.
about that.
I bet they'd be good. Just I will get tortillas from HEB.
Uh-huh.
And when we roast a lamb on Greek Easter,
Yes.
I will put my lamb portion in a tortilla from HEB.
Celebrate two
And I will
holidays
let
in
you
one.
know how that tastes. I bet
Nice.
it's going to be awesome. Tournament of awesome. Okay, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, there is a lot of mayhem happening in Hollywood. Somebody texted us about a Netflix show that has equal amounts of mayhem regarding young kids being sent somewhere by their parents to better their lives, and they were part of this.
Oh, that camp?
Yes, the camp. Do you know what
is
I'm
it
talking
Utah
about?
or something?
It's called The Program.
Oh,
You
I
know this?
watched that.
I never saw that
I
one.
saw
you?
this. Yes, I watched
Okay,
this.
how is this connected to one of our texters? We'll talk about it in Scoop next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I am proud to introduce
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE.
All right, well, the 6 o'clock hour of the Scoop took a dark turn because we had to talk about what's going on with Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, and the real possibility that we're looking at like a Jeffrey Epstein 2.0 now, based on the information that came out yesterday, where there were a lot of celebrities and powerful people and professional athletes that are at risk of being exposed to lewd activities because of what he's running from.
He taped
And-
everything.
and he has the former head of security for Death Row Records really brought out that he said that he's got tapes of everything. And what do predators do? They keep their video evidence. And that is why his estates got raided, because they're going to find evidence. Now, Sean Combs has run off to the Caribbean where American law can't touch him.
No extradition.
And the word is that it's so terrible, all the things that we're really about to find out, that there are rumblings of possible suicide contemplation, because how do you get out of it? Because this one guy said he's not like Bill Cosby or R. Kelly. He is not going to be able to go through this law journey. He just won't be able to handle it. That's this guy's opinion that worked
Well,
with him.
if he's guilty, and
Well,
it seems like
it
there's
seems
a
like he
lot
is.
of evidence.
I'm sure he'll fight it, and then
I don't think
get close to they look back.
I mean,
for him,
if-
then you never know. You never know what's going to happen to somebody.
If there's
Right.
thousands of hours of video proof that he did these things,
or he helped.
there's
to
no way,
make
no amount of
these
money is going to get him out of that.
lewd things happen, then that's all guilty.
It's all about the
fingers
videos.
point at you, right? So on that note,
Oh, by the way, P. Diddy is worth $1 billion.
yeah, because remember he made more money off his clothes and his vodka.
Russell
than his music.
Simmons apparently is wrapped up in scandal as well, and he's
Oh.
living in Bali so that he's untouched by the law.
because that was also another story a couple of years ago.
Russell Simmons.
and that kind
Yep.
of simmered down and
Sure did.
got not covered up, but just went away.
Yeah, because he went away.
Okay, so when we were talking about that, somebody texted us that they were part of this program. They were sent to Jamaica for their program. and they said it was this Netflix series, because the text was to me. It said, Roula, you have to watch this because it's going to blow your mind. And I don't like watching things that are so, I don't like traumatizing things that I can't, not that I can control, like a fake show, but to know something so terrible happened for real, I just have to
put your head in the sand.
Turn away, because it's too much for me to have to think about it.
In a way it is, because you don't want to see it.
I acknowledge that it happened, but I don't need to see the details on film.
That's
you know
what
what I mean?
I'm like, I could watch this show and laugh, or do I want to watch this and documentary?
So the program on Netflix is not a show I was familiar with. And is it new, guys?
No, the program, I watched this about
This is March 6th?
I thought it was news.
It says March 6th.
I think I watched it about 2 weeks ago.
It's like,
So it is new.
Yeah.
It's in the
I mean, it's not like
relatively
5
new.
years old.
No, not at all. I just
so
watched
one of
this.
our listening family members, our listener family members, said that they were part of the program, but this one was the parents sent this person to Jamaica, and apparently the program was something that parents thought they were sending their kids off to better their lives.
Tell you what it's
Tell
about.
us what it is.
I watched this. So,
did you watch it though? I want to know.
Yeah, because you said 2 weeks ago it's not new.
Did he watch it?
Are you sure you watched it?
Okay, I got the
Did you
point.
watch it?
I got the point.
But you did watch it.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Now tell us what it's about.
Okay, so you've got a troubled kid. They basically come in and they kidnap that kid. They throw a bag over their head. They take them to this rehabilitation facility, and it's the program, and they have to earn points to, you have to earn all these points of good behavior just so at the end of the month you might get 1 5-minute phone call with your family.
And you can't go outside. Once you go through those doors, you don't go out.
You're locked in. And
Behavioral correction school is what they're calling
it's
it?
really messed up. I don't want to give too many things away.
Well, why not?
I mean, it
is out there.
Well, it's also very dark, and some of
the
the
parents
allegations you would be sickened by.
That's what this texter told me.
The parents did not know what was happening there.
They thought that they had sent their kids off to
they're
scared straight
troublemakers
school
or something.
Yeah.
And so it picks up it begins with them all as adults going to this abandoned school, this abandoned facility.
I did see that, and all the records are still there.
Yeah.
They found their own records.
They found their own records
in the filing cabinet and read about how they were being bad.
Yeah, and the place was ransacked. I mean, they just pulled up and left. But these programs, they still existed elsewhere. They
So
would
these people just travel and then they go start a business somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's run by administrators who have been booted out of public schools. People who got in trouble as public administrators and should not be teaching or working with kids.
There's one scene, Kevin, where the girl is adult now and she's filming this documentary. The girl that's putting the whole program documentary together, and she finds one of her abusers in a grocery store and confronts her.
Well, she sat down and had lunch with one of the abusers, and she was.
Yes, that's what it was.
And this lady
to document it,
yes,
and have like a Q&A on why'd you do this to me?
Absolutely,
wow.
And she
and
was
that's
like,
in this show.
That's in the show, and she was like, "Look, I mean, that was my job," and she admitted to everything.
Yeah.
Well, the texter that originally texted me about the program is listening right now and said they are on episode 3.
I probably only made it one episode. It's very disturbing.
It's really dark.
Yes.
It's hard to digest.
And so there's a lot of these and it's not the only one. Somebody texted us about Hell Camp. There was
Paris
something.
Hilton did one, and then I saw someone text Paris Hilton in Utah
that's the
or
one
something.
that I've heard about.
She's the first one who blew the lid off that one like a couple of years ago.
Well, did she do one before she was famous?
No, she had to go to it. I think her parents.
So her parents shipped her off.
Yeah.
Before we knew her as Paris Hilton.
I believe so.
She was being bad girl.
I didn't watch the documentary. I just remember her complaining
Okay.
about it.
Wow.
I don't think she was that famous person yet.
One
I don't
person
think
said
so
they do
either.
not throw a bag over their head, but they get big guys to intimidate the kids and force them to go.
Yeah.
It's called The Program. It's on Netflix. It came out March 6th. And the reason we're talking about it for those just tuning in is because one of our texters mentioned the program to me on text because we were talking about this very heavy story about what's going on with Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean
Combs.
And really how he has been the source of torture and torment and assault for a lot of people for at least the last 15 years. And nobody knew it.
Glad
No
they're
one's
finally
known
getting
it.
them.
What
Sucks it took this long.
boggles the mind is that so many people knew. So they enabled this to
Well,
continue
Ryan,
to
it's
happen.
power and money.
$1 billion
What do we know about
powerful
money?
man.
Yeah.
Money makes the world go round. You have to. There is a reason the phrase in the circus is about dance, monkey, dance. As long as the monkey was dancing, people were so fascinated with this oh my God, look at this monkey. It can dance and on cue and choreographed. And it brought money in. That's why the phrase dance monkey dance exists.
I think
and it's like dance monkey dance. Lady Gaga has talked about how bad does she feel guilty when she can't sing because the entire tour has to shut down and 100 people are not getting paid because her hip hurts. So she keeps going. Or talk about any celebrity that has been, the show must go
Freddie
on
Mercury
no matter what.
Probably, yeah, from Queen. But probably the most disturbing one was the Nickelodeon documentary where I was so glad they did this because this guy was a pedophile and he molested Drake Bell.
Weren't there like 3 guys?
There were a lot of bad people in this. And all the celebrities that wrote letters of reference to get this guy out of jail. This guy who did this horrible crime.
Because they believe
only did a year and a half in prison.
It's like if you know somebody for 20-something years, right? And
for years.
And you've always thought they're like the most amazing stand-up citizen. And like all of a sudden this person has thrown this allegation on you. Well, I mean, I've known you for 20 years. There's no way this could be true.
You only know what you know.
I'll write a letter about you. And now it's coming back to bite them because it's people that you really respect or you like. And then they also feel bamboozled because they're like, oh my God, did I not know you were a monster.
You watched Nickelodeon growing up, right?
I did.
Okay,
yeah.
did you watch all that?
I did watch all that.
Pickle
yeah.
Boy was the guy who molested Drake Bell.
Y'all, he was pen pals with John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
If you're not,
He had John Wayne Gacy's artwork on his wall.
For those that don't know John Wayne Gacy, but you watch even the Dahmer Netflix series, John Wayne Gacy is one of the worst serial killers of young men in the history of this country.
He was the boogeyman that we grew up with in Chicago.
Yeah.
And he would dress like a clown, like a rabbit or something,
like
right?
a clown, yeah.
So it was a clown.
Yeah, and this guy wrote letters back and forth with John Wayne Gacy. He would show it off to like the kids and the parents.
Don't you remember he had his framed artwork on his wall?
Yeah, exactly. It was really, really creepy. It's really
very
sad.
odd. Well, this is to be continued, this Sean Combs story, because think of all the people that have risen to fame and power in his day. Like Jennifer Lopez became Jennifer Lopez in her time dating him.
About Lil' Kim, Kev?
Lil' Kim is named in this, Kevin.
No.
Yes, she is.
Lil' Kim's doing. Well, hold up, no.
Some of that dark audio we played in the 6 that we're not going to replay because it's a little too heavy.
Yeah.
There's more to that guy, and he talks about Lil' Kim and all those people that you grew up with thinking you're living your best life on the dance club.
Lil' Kim was about 16 years old when she started that whole thing with Biggie
Because he compromised
and
a lot of people. He compromised Usher. He compromised Justin Bieber, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of environmental compromise, what I call it, because you've been put in the environment and it compromises you. Even though you want to be innocent. Anyway, it's dark. It's dark. We're going to have to keep going with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, I was reading this article this morning on Cron.com. This is interesting because this horrible tragedy that happened with the Francis Scott Key Bridge where, collapsed. And people are asking, could this happen in Houston, in the port of Houston? And they're saying no. In Houston, our bridge pylons are in 2 to 3 feet of water, which is shallow enough that the ship would run aground before it ever hit a bridge.
Oh, that's good.
And the case with the Francis Scott Key Bridge, the beams were 20 to 30 feet deep in water. That's how the ship hit it.
And there's no barriers to it.
Yeah, so this is not going to happen in Houston.
And one thing that I learned, thank God, is that the crew on the ship, they reached out to the bridge.
Yeah,
and
Mayday.
They Maydayed the bridge and said, shut it down. Sure enough, they did, but there are still construction workers on the bridge.
But not like they said yesterday, 100 cars at first.
Right. It could have been. And so I've driven this bridge many a times, and what they have before you get on the bridge are these huge gates that will come down and stop you from going over it, because also the bridge will freeze in the wintertime, so they'll shut it down at various times.
Yeah.
But now they have to pull this bridge out of the water so that the shipping traffic can go back and forth
because
again.
it has stopped so much. It has stopped so much, like commerce and just business and industry because of what's going on. How do you pull a bridge out of water? What kind of a contraption?
I will show you during the break.
Yeah, I'm
It
so
is the
curious.
biggest crane on the biggest barge you've ever seen. These cranes are meant to pull ships up out of the water.
Wow.
It's an incredible feat. Yeah, and they don't topple over. Well, you hope they don't.
Okay, how about some good news here? The Astros start their season tomorrow against the Yankees at Minute Maid Park. It's going to be the first time that the Astros play the Yankees in an opening game day in Houston. First pitch is set for 3:10 in the afternoon. Framber Valdez making his third straight opening day start. There's going to be a pregame street festival. Gates open at 1:10 in the afternoon, and they encourage fans to get there early because they'll receive...
Enjoy all the fun stuff.
They'll get a 2024 Astros schedule magnet as they enter Minute
Okay, let me
Maid.
tell you something. I can't remember the last time the Astros played for the first time at the Juice Box. Because every season, even when we won the World Series, we had to have our first game away. And then we had...
Really?
Yes, it's so weird.
Even
I was like, why are they
year,
playing
last year
somewhere else?
That sucked.
Yeah, so I'm so excited.
I
It's
feel like
opening-
all the East Coast teams and like Minnesota, they should all have to come down here and play for the first 2 weeks because if it's cold here.
Imagine how cold it is there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember April 1st it used to snow in Chicago and the Cubs would play their opening game.
So crazy.
Go
Snow
Stros,
in
baby!
April.
Go Stros! All right, coming up next, the Rapid Fire Quiz. This is where we answer trivia questions in an effort to basically, troll each other.
The question
over who
is,
wins.
can our reigning champ...
What?
Reigning champ...
I'm sorry.
That was a slip. Can our reigning champ do a twofer?
Oh,
Oh, dear God.
Right.
Reigning champ.
What are you saying?
Oh, man, that was my
And
moment
now
of
a moment with
excellence in
Ryan.
radio.
Oh, another
Now a moment in
Wow.
Zen.
That's Sam.
Can our reigning champ get a,
Just stop talking.
Yeah, I better just shut up.
Yeah, let's just go to break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully the quiz gets better.
Well, we do
Wait,
need
we have to give
winners.
callers. 713-390-KRBE.
Oh, that was bad.
You can choose to play along with one of the five of us, Roula, Eric, Special K, Sam, and Amon. One of us will win this game for you, and you're going to win tickets to see Celtic Woman at Smart Financial Center
luck, Tramp.
Monday, April 29th. Don't call Kevin that.
I will never live that down. Oh, my God.
Rapid Fire Quiz is next on the Roula Ryan Show.
From the Bell Furniture